So I said over a month ago that I was gonna make a video explaining why I think that overcoming anxiety by putting yourself online or through some indirect platform is easier than if you were to do it in person. And I just want to emphasize that I think it will be easier. I definitely don't think that it would completely eliminate any nervousness or anxiety that you would feel putting yourself out there in a social situation. And I also don't think that once you do become comfortable with putting yourself out there online or participating in social interaction that isn't face to face, you shouldn't think that that means that your social anxiety is completely gone and that you don't need to do any in-person work in order to overcome it. I just think it's a good first step because it's not quite that paralyzing fear that you feel with people when you're face to face with them. But also there is still that anxiety of being seen in a public platform online. So I think it's a good way to ease yourself into that, starting to overcome your anxiety. Because if you're just trying to work on it in person, then sometimes that fear gets to be so overwhelming that you're not even able to function at all. So I think that putting yourself online, like through these YouTube videos, is easier than if I were actually to say these things to a real life person. Because I think that while we technically know that this is social interaction in a way, there isn't anyone behind the camera and it's completely quiet. So I just think your brain gets so confused and it doesn't make you as afraid as it would if it was an actual person that you're talking to. I have to be honest, I thought that making videos and posting things on Twitter and Instagram would make me feel more comfortable with social interaction a lot sooner than it has. And I even have up and down moments with just being online, but I think in the long term it is pretty helpful for overcoming anxiety, or for at least making you more comfortable with in-person social interaction. My philosophy with overcoming anxiety is to take small steps at a time and work your way upward. You can't teach a kid to swim by throwing them in the deep end and hoping they float. You have to start them off in the shallow end and then slowly work your way up to the deep end. So I kind of have a similar approach to when it comes to overcoming anxiety.